Okay, I'm gonna be as brief as I can, but let's get into this. Last night, Tessa Blanchard won the Impact World Championship from Sami Callihan at Impact's pay-per-view Hard to Kill. As historic as that accomplishment is, unfortunately, it's being overshadowed by something else that came out over the weekend. And that's when Allison Kay, aka Sierra, and Chelsea Green both came out on her when Tessa Blanchard made the tweet about, and I'm paraphrasing, about, being support women support each other, cool things happen. Well, both of them called her out on the bullying, which I've even heard those stories, the bullying and such, but the Japan story is a new one. They came out that back in 2017 on a tour of Japan, Tessa Blanchard, and I forgot the name of the female wrestler of color who is black, spat and called, basically, I'm not going to mix words, she basically called her, and reportedly this black female wrestler did take up for herself and basically beat the crap out of Tessa Blanchard behind the scenes. This was back in 2017. Fast forward to now. We get this story coming out the day before Tessa is supposed to go for the Impact World Championship. Now, at first I was like, I need to see facts, I need to see evidence. But then she made a statement after the pay-per-view with family members. She said, quote, "Over the past 8 months, this has been my life. Sami and the OVE have been a thorn in my side, and tonight we did it," unquote. But that's not the quote that's getting people to look sideways. At least with me, it's not. The one that's getting me to look sideways is what she says, quote, "Nobody in this life is perfect. We're all human. And it doesn't matter what you say about me. It doesn't matter what you call me. I've got one of the strongest minds that I've ever known. So whenever you come for me, you come for all these people," unquote. And it was a veiled reference to the trending topic of allegations of bullying and racism that were made against her by other female wrestlers. Now, here's my thing on this. It doesn't look good. I'm not going to say Tessa is 100% guilty, but the fact that several women have confirmed this story and they don't even know each other, some of them, but they were either all there or they had their own experiences with Tessa that were not so positive, which makes me wonder, maybe that's why WWE did not sign her after the Mae Young Classic, after she put in a very good showing against Kairi Sane. It makes me wonder, So, it doesn't look good. Let me say this. I'm looking at everybody sideways in this. And I'll explain that in a second. First, to Tessa Blanchard. I'm looking at her a little sideways. Because to me, that little quote there that she said after the pay-per-view last night, that was almost a confession. Almost. Not quite a confession or an apology, but almost. And I think what's turning off fans too is that sometimes, and I've noticed this about Tessa Blanchard, sometimes her arrogance gets the best of her. There's a thin line between self-confidence and arrogance. But then again, we're talking about the daughter of Tully Blanchard. And Tully, in his heyday, as big of a star as he was, he probably could have been even a bigger star. But his arrogance and attitude, and quite frankly, his big mouth, cost him a lot of opportunities back in the day. I mean, research it, look it up. But anyway, getting back to Tessa, that statement made me look at her a little sideways. There's probably some truth to it. Now, I mean, I like to believe that people can change and people can grow. But the thing is, if you did say it and you did do that, even if you have changed, you should own up to it and just apologize and keep it moving. You know, just do your best. But I kind of sense we're probably not going to get that from her. But as for these people that came out, hey, if it did happen, hey. But I'm not going to give them a pat on the back or props either, because I'm like, y'all should have came out with this a long time ago. Or if she really was doing all this bullying and stuff, y'all should have checked her a long time ago. I wouldn't even want that known. And on top of that, you picked the night before her big match with Sami Callihan to come out with this stuff. Yet you could have did it like after she made comments defending women with the Sandman. You could have came out with this after her big win with Gail Kim and some of the comments she made, which were like pro women. Why didn't you come out with this at those 2 points? And my man Prince GMO said this. He said, Unc, how do we know that Tessa and these women ain't working us? Which that's a very good possibility too. But I'm gonna take what this is as face value. And to me, this is just not a good look in my opinion. Not at all. Anyway, that's all I got to say on this. You can leave your comments in the comment section. I'm out. Hey, one other thing that I want to touch on, and that's something that Just Alex, the former Deluxe man, said. Admittedly, I have not looked at the video, but I had some friends that did, and they recommended me to watch it. But there's one thing that one of my friends told me that he said that disturbed me a little bit. I mean, I ain't gonna hold it against the young brother, but he might want to do some checking and research. He said, how can a woman who once dated a black man, referring to WWE superstar Ricochet, and is now engaged to a Mexican man in Daga, how in the world is she gonna be racist? Well, let me say this. Racist people, and I'm not saying Tessa Blanchard is or isn't, but racist people can be some of the most backwards people ever. And I'm counting everybody, white, black, Asian, etc. I wonder sometimes if it shouldn't be registered as a legit illness, because honestly, they're some of the most butt backwards people I've ever seen. You hate, and I'm gonna pick for example, you hate black people, and I'm referring to white men. You hate black people, but you love that black nana, or even white women. You don't like black people, but you take the black manhood. Just saying. Yeah, people like that are backwards. And if you want some examples out there who are arguably worse or as bad as allegedly Tessa Blanchard, I got 2 people to name. Donald Sterling, Kid Rock, just to name 2. Now I'm out for real.